Hey guys, what's up? It's your man Pete, and I just wanted to update you on what's happening here in the Toronto market as we just approach the summer months, the dreaded dog days of summer. As the Toronto Real Estate Board just released their June sales figures, and my goodness, it is really ugly out there. Prices are dropping, sales are significantly down, especially for the season. In fact, for the calendar year of 2022, it's actually the second lowest sales number, only behind January, which is actually typically one of the coldest months of the year. And of course, January had low sales numbers for a completely different reason, and it's obvious because a lot of people are still coming off the holidays, the weather's really cold. And this year in particular, there was a lot of buyers, but there wasn't a lot of sellers, and so that drove a lot of the demand and the prices up in the month of January. Because you can imagine, if you were a home seller, it's obviously not very comfortable to try to get out of your house in the wintertime, put on your boots, hat, gloves, everything like that, get the kids out the door, get the dog out the door so you can show the property. So it's obviously not the most desirable time to be selling your home. It could be the most opportunistic, but it's not necessarily the best time from a lifestyle point of view to sell your home. So that's why we had very low inventory. So now fast forward only 6 months into the future, and the Toronto and GTA market is a completely different landscape. Like it feels like it's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation, where now we have a lot of inventory, not just because of the market, but also seasonality as well too, but all the buyers are gone. They're nowhere to be found. Let's not exaggerate too much. There's still deals getting done, but certainly a lot of buyers are not even here right now. Buying isn't even in their time horizon over the next 6 months. And frankly speaking, a lot of them have turned into renters right now because they want to wait it out and see how long these interest rates are going to be going up and pretty much where we're going to land at. And this is because this is the highest amount of inflation that we've seen in 40 years. 1981. And then of course, it's not really so much the interest rates, but it's really more about the projections and the expectations, because for anybody who follows stocks and the stock market and economics in general, they generally try to read these Bank of Canada statements to try to figure out how many more rate increases you're going to see, because clearly it has a big impact not just in the real estate market, but in the equities market and the economy overall. Because obviously if they increase interest rates too much and then all of a sudden everybody stops spending, then we get into a recession, which is not really a good place to be in. So if we have recession and we have high inflation, that's a real problem. But right now they're really just trying to tamp down the inflation, try to bring that down to a reasonable level, because obviously inflation can spiral out of control very quickly, and it's the highest priority that government and policymakers have to deal with when it comes to the economy. And so they're using interest rates to make this happen, which in turn in real estate talk has left a lot of buyers out on the sidelines. But again, also it's because it's the summer. Who doesn't want to go out and just have fun? Like, who wants to think about buying and selling real estate other than me and the thousands of other real estate agents out there? And COVID is managed quite well now, so you know what? The boys and girls, they just want to have some fun, and I don't blame them. So it's really just a bad time to be listing your house right now, and I think a lot of people are starting to learn that real estate is really about timing. Unfortunately, it's very hard to time your lifestyle, and I don't think anybody could have predicted that this was going to happen, even though they were talking about inflation and those issues even towards the latter half of 2021. And so what we're hearing is that at the airports, we've got long lines of people trying to get into the country for immigration purposes. And so that is a really important factor when it comes to driving the rental prices here in Toronto and the GTA, as we're seeing the rental market in Toronto and GTA incredibly hot right now. So it's hot because a lot of people are sitting on the sidelines not buying property, and then you've got a lot of immigrants coming in, because typically when they first arrive to Canada, they don't buy a home. They rent for about 1, maybe 2 years, and they sort of wait for the right time to actually get in. Unfortunately, now is the right time to get in, but you know, it's just everything is going to get pushed off probably 6 to 12 months down the line, and there's going to be a point where the buying and selling is going to come back again real strong. And yeah, I was just having this conversation with my client this past week, which is that, you know, people in Toronto and GTA, they all want to buy something, they all want to own something eventually. So if you've got some money and your credit's good, your job is stable, or you're just immigrating over and you're bringing over bag loads of cash, they don't really sit on the sidelines very long. They're going to come back into the market very soon. They usually buy within 1 or 2 years. The more affluent immigrants, of course. It's just very difficult to do deals right now, whether you're a buyer or a selling agent, as sellers are expecting a certain price, even though they realize the market has changed. Buyers are hoping for a certain price, but they realize they're not going to be able to get the discount that they thought they were going to get, and some areas are still having bidding wars. So it's hard to exactly pin down what's happening in Toronto real estate overall. It's going to depend geographically on the area and the neighborhood that you're looking to buy in. And so to describe the market, you know, I think everybody's been through through this situation. You know, you're walking down the street, you're hungry, you want to eat something, right? You see two restaurants side by side or across the street from each other. One of them is dead empty, doesn't have a customer. In fact, the owners and the waitresses are just sitting around playing with their phones. And then on the other side of the street, you've got this restaurant that's busy, it's bustling, everyone's running around, and there's a 1 hour lineup to dine in. Which would you choose, right? So I think most people would choose the place that's actually busier. They would actually rather wait in line because they want to see what all the fuss is about instead of going into the place where you could literally be served like a prince or princess and eat your food quickly and be on your way. Maybe people are worried that the food's not fresh in the empty restaurant, but it's just the way the human mind works. It's the way psychology works, right? People would rather line up and wait for something hot than try to just get some food, satisfy their hunger, and move on. But if you're a potential real estate investor and you're looking to invest, now is actually a really great time to be looking for deals, to be hunting deals down. Like, you pretty much always have to think on the contrarian side, and this is how I train my investor clients to think and to act, which is to move in when the market is vulnerable, right? Like, you want to go in when people are desperate to sell, which is right now. And then we all know for certain that interest rates are going to be higher, even by the end of this month. And so why wouldn't you want to lock in a better deal right now in terms of interest rates and have your pick? Because I'm telling you, and I'm telling people every single time, they don't believe me, but I'm going to emphasize it here. Okay, it's in bold, italics, underlined, everything. If you want to get a deal, you want to get it now while you still have good choices. There's an old adage in real estate that says you make money on the buy. You don't make money on the sell, meaning you can negotiate, and that's where you make your money, so that when the market returns, your property's going to take off 200, 300,000. We're talking houses here, not necessarily condos. And then once you're in and you're done, just grab yourself a bag of popcorn and wait for the show to start. That's how you buy real estate, not just here in Toronto, but pretty much everywhere. So if you want to learn how to invest smartly and you want to be able to snag yourself a deal and finally get into the game and become a real estate investor, then you definitely want to give us a shout here at Selling Toronto. We've got loads of experience. We're going to help you negotiate the best deal and hopefully start helping you build your magnificent fortune. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I really, really appreciate it. Our channel is growing. We're getting more and more views. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and feel free to leave a comment. But if you're ready, you're thinking, you're researching, and you want to start looking at properties, then you should definitely give us a shout here. Contact is in the description box below. It's also at the end of the video. It would be my pleasure and my honor to work with you to help you start amassing your fortune so you can have a great financial future, no matter how old you are. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks again for watching, and feel free to check out some more videos on the channel. We'll talk to you soon, and bye for now.